You are now listening to We Move Against the Tides radio on KUSF.org. I am your host, Victor Vai. Thanks for listening in. If you're unsure what we're all about here, this radio show is a part of the Bay Area music website, WeMoveAgainstTheTides.com, which covers local and underrated artists in the Bay Area. A good amount of the artists you'll hear today have been featured on the website, including our guest host for today, Nathan from Blouse, who'll be coming in around 5 o'clock. If you're interested in learning more about some of the artists, go ahead and check out the site on WeMoveAgainstTheTides.com, or for those of you who don't want to type all of that out, go ahead and type in WMATT.com, also known as DubMat. It's good to be here. It's a rainy day in the Bay. It's really nice. I like a little bit of change of pace, so I think it's nice. Up next, to start off, I'm going to be playing a song by Blouse, who's going to be in today, or one of the duo is going to be in today. So here's some music by the self-proclaimed booty house artists on We Move Against the Tides radio. And that was Looney Tooney by Blouse. Nathan will be in a little bit so we can have a discussion with him. Last week we had Kyle of the Plastic Arts in studio, and that podcast will be up tomorrow, so be sure to look out for that. Kyle, if you're listening, thanks for coming on in. We Move Against Tides really appreciates it. Up next, I'm going to be playing his song off of his song Waiting for You to Come Dance off of his album The Academy Clones on We Move Against the Tides Radio.
Talk is cheap, so in the call, drop my things, come running to you. Blame it on the alcohol, the things that I don't normally do. We're drinking at the bar before 3, kissing where the customers see. And I'm the envy of the boys who all would kill for this chance, but their tango takes 2, and I'm waiting for you to come dance. First you're hot and then you're cold. Tell me if you're out or you're in. Say you want and then you don't. Either way you caught it, you win. Playing up the part when we meet, but when it comes it's so bittersweet. 'Cause I'm ready for the call to come to you for romance, but the tango takes 2, and I'm waiting for you to come dance. I'm there if you call. Say you want me, you care if at all. If I'm wrong, assuming no stranger to that, you can stay with the one you left. Tell me what you want me to be. Maybe just a fond memory. Or would anybody else have been as good in your plans? 'Cause a tango takes 2, and I'm waiting for you to come dance. Because the tango takes 2, and I'm waiting for you to come dance.
And that was Waiting for You to Come Dance by the Plastic Arts. Corey, one of the members of Dubmat, is actually in studio with right now. You want to say hi, Corey?
Hi.
She's going to be hanging out with me for a bit until Nathan comes. So we actually got the chance to have Kyle in last week, so it was pretty fun, right?
It was, but I have better taste in music than he does, since I picked the correct Best Smiths album ever.
For those of you just tuning in, this is We Move Against the Tides Radio, and I'm Victor, and I'm here with Corey for a bit.
Just kidding, Kyle.
And one of the arguments that we've been having, or discussions, depending on how you want to look at it, is the Best Smiths album. And I will stand by the fact that I believe the Best Smiths album is Louder Than Bombs. And
you're going to hear a lot about this argument throughout the year, and for that we're sorry, but we just really love the Smiths here, so basically everything we do has to involve them.
Basically, sorry, I'm not sorry.
Yeah.
So, up next, we're going to play a couple songs for you. The next is Agues by Mike Huguener. This is off of Suitor Club Records.
When I picked myself up off the bathroom floor, I was still shaking with agues and unsure of how to push myself through the indignities of the day. So I went back into the kitchen, where my friend from the previous night was still drinking, and with his glassy eyes and glass in hand, he turned to me to say, this happens
Jesse got trapped in a coal mine, digging in the dark black pearl. Jesse got trapped in a coal mine, never did marry his girl. There ain't nowhere and there ain't no light, and there ain't no way to make it out alive. His wedding was planned for the 5th of July, but Jesse got trapped in a coal mine and never did marry his girl. Your hands get black and your eyes get burned and your lungs get tired and poor. It draws you in like an opium den and beckons you back for more. There ain't nowhere and there ain't no light, and there ain't no way to make it out alive. His wedding was planned for the 5th of July, but Jesse got trapped in a coal mine and never did marry his girl. Down, down under West Virginia, down, down in the pitch black earth, down, down on her knees she cried. My love is somewhere in that mountain. Jesse got trapped in a coal mine, digging in the dark black pearl. Jesse got trapped in a coal mine and never did marry his girl. She held out hope for a couple of months that he was still living somewhere. He put up the strongest kind of fight. He'd dig himself out with the dynamite. He'd finally be free on the 5th of July, but Jesse got trapped in the coal mine and never did marry his girl. Down, down under West Virginia, down, down in the pitch black earth, down, down on her knees she cried. Down, down deep below the surface, down, down by the Mason-Dixon line, down, down on her knees she cried. My love is somewhere in that mountain.
And that was Jesse Got Trapped in a Coal Mine by Goodnight Texas off of the album A Long Life of Living. So, just for those of you tuning in, this is We Move Against the Tides radio on KUSF.org. My name is Victor Vire, and I'm here with
Corey Schwabenland.
and we're just going to kind of give you an idea of what We Move Against the Tides is. So, Corey?
Well, we focus on local Bay Area underrated artists. So we just try to find people who really do things differently. This is really hard to explain without sounding pretentious. We're basically a big hipster music company, and we just try to find things that no one else has ever heard, so.
Basically. But yeah, we're a music website, so definitely check our stuff out. Like I said earlier, you can see most of the artists that we play on this radio station on air. Corey has done tons and tons of interviews and reviews, so she can attest for some of the good material on there, right?
Definitely. You know, if I've written it, it's going to be good.
Exactly.
I'm kidding. But we have gotten to talk to so many amazingly talented artists who they do what they do very well. They make crazy, amazing songs that we all listen to. Like, that's not just because we know these artists that we're really intrigued by them, but I can safely say that a great portion of my iPod has been overtaken by the musicians that we've gotten to talk to this year. And it's really nice knowing that there's so much talent just in the Bay Area. I've said before, and I'll say it again, I could probably be really happy if I only had to listen to Bay Area music for the rest of my life.
I completely agree to that, actually. My entire iPad is just consumed with all local music and artists that we've covered, and I don't regret it at all.
It's crazy because neither of us is from the Bay Area. Victor's from the LA area, and I'm from the Central Valley. So I think we kind of came into this not really knowing, or at least I came into this freaking out that I wouldn't know where to look for music. I wouldn't know how to talk about Bay Area music, but it's really amazing how we've gotten so in tune with the scene because people here are so welcoming and so excited about what they do.
Yeah, and all the scenes are amazing, and all the people involved in the scene are just amazing. So we're going to keep on playing some music for you until Nathan comes on in, and then we'll talk with him a bit. Up next, we have The New Formation by Disaster Piece on We Move Against the Tides Radio. And that was By the Graves, Not in One Part 1 by Hank Richardson off of Fan Club. The song before that was The New Formation by Disaster Piece. So just a quick announcement. If you have any questions or you want to ask Corey and I anything, or even if you want to ask Nathan from Blouse anything, go ahead and tweet us at the @ WMATT Music, so at Dubmat Music. And you can also send us anything on Facebook. So we're monitoring all that.
Ask us anything. You can ask us for hair tips. We've got a lot of those. Best pizza places in the city.
Corey has great hair.
I do.
And great hair will get you anywhere. So keep that in mind. Just a quick announcement for all the University of San Francisco students. This Sunday, November 11th, will be USS Rockin' Swap at McLaren Hall, which is 2130 Fulton Street, from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's free for students. I believe only $5 for everyone else. So it's a really good price, and there's a bunch of stuff. There's records, DVDs, CDs, memorabilia. So definitely come on by. It's a great chance to get some new music and meet some local
It's
shops.
literally so much fun. Please go.
Yeah, there's actually so much music and so much vinyl. It's pretty amazing.
You might be slightly overwhelmed, but I'm sure you can get through it.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. So up next, I'm going to be playing God Will by Kensho Kuma. I actually first met Kensho at a poetry open mic that I went to last year that was on campus. And he was actually the only person that I've seen rap in both English and Japanese. It was probably the coolest thing I've ever seen. So, here he is.
Really know what I'm fighting for, cause everything I feel died back in 94, when all my friends who've influenced my writing form have moved on to other things we don't vibe no more. Like the older I get, more pressure I feel, want more than a check I've treasured and built this art form. Each and every verse that I spill's like my firstborn, so many murder and steal, and I feel them in a way that's pressed adding up to the point we flipping out. Yeah, gets and bust, too many people that I know shackled up, like my partner's here fruits who was acting up. And I know much better from observing you, but my internal demons wanna murder fools, trying to make these damn moves that are vertical, like raise a family and serve my purpose too. Never surrender, even if your fam dies, even if the agony is ruining your damn life. Never surrender, even if your chick leaves, even if the emptiness is killing you cause shit's deep. Never surrender, even if your job's whack, even if your everyday life is like daily combat. Never surrender, even if them cops kill, even if them lawyers can convict them, you know God will. I know what it's like when hope becomes hopeless, when your stress loader won't let you focus. You dying inside but nobody notice, when tragedy strikes the folks who are closest to you. When you feeling the grief and the pain, you seeking relief through the weed and cocaine, but drugs ain't giving you the peace to maintain. I don't wanna come down, life seems too insane, and my highs wearing off, but I'm trying God to still care about what I've been fighting for, cause most of my peers, they ain't right. I'm in raw, I don't make club hits for these conniving whores. Do this for people with real life dilemmas who've been through some shit. Never depend on no one but you. My global adventures taught me one thing, was that never surrender. Never surrender. Even if your fam dies, even if the agony is ruining your damn life. Never surrender. Even if your chick leaves, even if the emptiness is killing you, cause shit's deep. Never surrender. Even if your job's whack, even if your everyday life is like daily combat. Never surrender. Even if them cops kill, even if them lawyers can convict them, you know God will. ここまで来たんやもう戻れん。ふるさと045声このペンに任せた方向。いやその辺の馬鹿げたそうも俺には殺せん。Killing it for those heads who I trust close to me. この笑顔の裏には鉄拳。They the same. Overseas 結局同じ。気にしすぎる気持ちの方がおかしい。For the scene in the east gotta build locally. こちらのパクリに見えたら終わり。510育ちや That's where my home be. 国境を乗り越えたこの日本人。即興マニアだ16の時からそろそろリタイアと思った。そしたら That's what it is. これしかない国際 Rhyme by DI はいらない。Never surrender, even if your fam dies, even if the agony is ruining your damn life. Never surrender, even if your chick leaves, even if the emptiness is killing you, cause shit's deep. Never surrender, even if your job's whack, even if your everyday life is like daily combat. Never surrender, even if them cops kill, even if them lawyers can convict them, you know God will. 他人はいいんだ。お前がなんとか死ねよ身の回り。
And that was God Will by Kensho Kuma off of the Project Life 4 sampler. I'm telling you, that bilingual rapping is just out of this world. Up next, this is someone that I actually got the chance to interview over the summer. This is going to be Elle Latham. Elle, if you're listening, thank you for everything. You were a great person to interview. And she's super down to earth. And also her spirit animal is a deer, which I think is fitting. This song is called Awaken.
I awaken to the birds. I awaken to these words. I awaken to the light streaming down. I awaken to great minds all around. I awaken to my solitude. I awaken to coffee cups, ridicule. I awaken to false halves and thirds. I awoke to the birds.
And that was Exemplary Girl by Brad Brooks off of Harmony of Passing Light. Before that, we played Awaken by L. Latham off of Callous. If you're just tuning in, this is We Move Against the Tides Radio. I'm your host, Victor Valle, and we're playing some local Bay Area music artists off of the We Move Against the Tides website, wemoveagainstthetides.com or wmatt.com. Also, if you have any questions, if you want to kind of send us some comments, some feedback, anything, you can tweet us at WMATT Music or hit us up on Facebook on We Move Against the Tides. Up next, we're going to play some local hero for you, which is a Dub Matter favorite as well. The song is Once More with Feeling off of Lady Wisconsin.
Kids with their fresh popped collars and the white boys who think they're black, throwing fits and a fistful of dollars just to try and get the inside track. And it was all flunky liters and faded wife beaters. Give me some sugar and shots across the water. Drunk and sensationalized, I don't know what to do. Bare legs on winter nights and the morning splits in two. Ornamental girls in the 2-second scramble when the cameras are loaded and primed. Big bottom lips and the too hot to handle. They're sweating under yellow lights, and there were bottles and paper and shouts to the neighbors, linked arms and nose rings, and once more with feeling. Drunk and sensationalized, I don't know what to do. Bare legs on winter nights and the morning split in two. Like just to break the ice and the weapons that you use. Long swords and bitter knives, all your friends that you cut in two. You know he's got eyes for you. Why didn't you tell him you were mine? Why didn't you tell him you were mine? Thought you were mine. think and sensationalized. I don't know what to do. Bare legs on winter nights, and the morning splits in two. Like just to break the ice and the weapons that you use. Long swords and bitter knives, tell your friends that you're feeling blue.
Don't go.
And that was Don't Go by Justin Martin. In the studio now, we have Nathan Blaustone. Nathan, you want to say hi?
Hey there. How's it going?
Got that perfect radio voice.
I try to.
A couple songs ago, we just played One More With Feeling by Local Hero off of From Timmy to Timbuktu. And after that, we played Don't Go by Justin Martin, who is a former USF student off of Ghettos and Gardens from Dirty Bird Records. So how you doing today?
Doing pretty good. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
I've been in class since 7:30, so.
Yeah, that's a pretty long day.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, Nathan is
A nursing student.
at USF, which is a very tough major.
Shout out to all my nursing friends.
There it is. There it is. So if for all those people just tuning in, this is We Move Against the Tides Radio. I am Victor Vire, and I'm here with Nathan Blaustone from Blouse, half of Blouse.
Half a blouse.
So Nathan, if you want to just talk a bit about how Blouse got started.
Yeah, sure. Sadly, my little brother Zach can't be with us tonight. He is working currently, but he will be here tonight for the show at Milk Bar, which I'm sure we can talk a little bit more about later.
Of course.
Well, I've been making, I guess, electronic music since I was about 15 years old. I had started off working on music with a good friend of mine, and we called ourselves Loom. More surreal, I guess, not as much dance music at all.
Okay.
And in that, I was working with a program called Fruity Loops, and it was a basic Windows-based program, and there wasn't much you could really do with it. And so I started to develop my sound and started to work on my own a little bit and stopped making music with a good friend. And all of a sudden, I started making this really crazy rave music, and it started to develop a little bit more, and I realized that I had a passion for dance music. And I guess if I don't say this correctly, my dad will kill me. And he actually has given us our name Blouse, hence our last name is Blaustone. I remember a long time ago I'd made one of my songs and I'd finally showed them what I was doing. And he looked at me and he said, well, why don't you just call yourself Blouse? And it clicked to me. I was like, wow, that's actually brilliant. So that's where we got our name. And I denied that he made it up, but I now realize that he probably was the one that did it. So.
And who is the other half of Blouse?
So the other half would be my little brother, Zach Blaustone, and he is 20 years old. He wasn't always making music with me. He plays a lot of acoustic music. He's got a beautiful voice, and he's been doing a lot of his own music on his own. And probably about around a year and a half ago, we were sitting down talking, and he was showing me some stuff he was working on, and it kind of clicked that there was no reason why we shouldn't make music together. And so we just decided that Blouse needed to be the both of us, and so we work really well together, and ever since then our sounds really developed, and Blouse is no longer just me but the both of us, and will probably continue to be forever.
Right, and also you have a show tonight at the
do.
Milk Bar.
So excited.
Yeah, that's going to be good stuff. And also for those of you, of course, who can't see Nathan, Nathan is wearing an Obama t-shirt.
That's right. Shout out.
There it is. Well, for, what was it, 2 terms?
That's for 2 terms.
2 terms.
I'm a proud man. I'd like to say that I have some support in that by voting.
There you go. Of course.
And so I was excited. I was in the hospital all day on Tuesday, and I had brought my absentee ballot and asked my clinical instructor if it would be possible to leave an hour early to go and vote, because I know legally people are allowed an hour to go and vote, but she wouldn't give it to me.
Really?
No, so I had to rush over to the blood bank and drop it off, but when I did, I was pretty excited. So
no way.
I
She didn't
got it
give you
in.
the hour to drop off your
No,
ballot.
but she let us out an hour early.
Okay.
So I guess that counts.
I think that does count.
I kind of wanted to take that voting hour, but she wouldn't give it to me.
She wouldn't give it to you. Well, up next we're going to play another song. We're going to play actually a song by Blouse. What is this song called? Second track?
You know, I'm trying to remember now, and I want to say it's called Eustress.
Awesome. Well, we'll find out right now. Here's a song by Blouse.
You feel
All right. Nathan, do you want to announce what song that was?
So that definitely wasn't You Stress. I apologize. This is a newer demo CD I've made for KUSF specifically, or Victor specifically, and I couldn't remember what the second song was. That was called Bigger Than Show, and he says that in the song, so that's kind of why the title was that. But
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I just want to talk a bit about, so that, of course, the people tuning in know what Booty House is. Can you explain that to us?
Yeah. A lot of my friends have... I had a friend the other day who said she was listening to my music and got into Google and searched Booty House and couldn't find the genre, and I was trying to explain to her that I don't want to take credit for anything about it. But there's definitely this new genre coming out that has to do with a lot of what you kind of hear in my music, 808s, and not necessarily all four on the floor, but something more that you can really shake your booty to. And being in high school, when the high school I went to, high school dances were probably the most fun dances I'd ever go to in my entire life.
Right.
Above all, any of the huge artists I've seen or whatever, I've never had so much fun than at a high school dance. And so I've always wanted to capture that experience and, I guess, make it more mature instead of just having girls shake your booty or whatever, but more of everybody, the idea of really getting low and dirty on the dance floor, but in a respectable, mature way, I guess.
Of course. Yeah.
And so that would, I guess, any music that really gets your booty moving.
Definitely.
Booty House.
And I think We Move Against the Tides commends booty.
I respect
and shaking
that.
of that booty.
Thank you.
And next, we are going to be playing some Blackbird Blackbird. This song is called Keep It Up off of Boracay Planet.
Tell me what it's worth, glare of the new shirts. I find myself thinking about the clothes that are stinking. Now that you're gone, I've got nothing to put on. You're one of a kind, no one like you will find. I knew one girl who in time made sure our clothes were meant to shine. Tell me what it's worth, pair of new shirts. Can you tell me the truth about this new suit? Wish you were here. We wanna feel something about the air in here. Now that you're gone, no matter what task that you were on, you were always there to sew on that missing button. Tell me what it's worth, glare of new shirts. So much yet to learn as we await your return. Wish you were here. We wanna feel something that's not right in here. Now that you're gone.
And that was Claire of the New Shirts by Alex Jimenez off of the album The Acoustic Project. Before that, we played Keep It Up by Blackbird Blackbird off of Lavish Habits. This is We Move Against the Tides Radio on KUSF.org. My name is Victor Vaya, and I'm here with Nathan Blaustone.
Yep.
And so we're just going to talk to Nathan a little bit. So I was wondering, you were telling me you're a nursing major, but I also heard that you play music for your patients.
Yeah, I definitely have. I feel like this semester has been really busy, and time management is really what I'm trying to learn right now, so I don't really have time to bust out my phone and
right.
support my blouse music. But I would really in my life like to become the best nurse I possibly could, but at the same time do music and maybe incorporate the two somehow. And about a year and a half ago, I had a younger patient who was in a pretty serious condition and was paralyzed from the waist down from an accident and was having, guess there's no other better way to describe it, but was having a hard time defecating. And so it was a really nervous experience for him, and I really had to help him out in every way possible, and was doing a lot of different ways to try to help him do that. And so I decided to try to focus his energy on something else. I pulled out my phone and I was like, hey, do you like music? And he was like, yeah, I love music. I was like, good. Do you like dance music? He's like, I love dance music. And I was like, great. Do you like maybe tech house music? And I was trying to get more, to the actual vibe. And he was like, yeah, sure, I've heard of tech house. I was like, all right, just listen to this. And I played him one of the first songs I ever made for Blouse called Pecan Pie, I made years ago. And he really got into it. And I started doing a couple things. And all of a sudden, the man defecated everywhere. And I don't know if I gave that credit to Blouse or the music or maybe what I was doing, but all of it was kind of a surreal experience and really kind of solidified that I'd love to do music and nursing kind of together. But
definitely. I mean, I think there's a big healing process within music, and I think that can definitely help out a lot of people.
100% so.
Yeah. Also, it'd be cool to talk about, I know that you all just had the Scene Unseen event not too long ago.
Yes.
So how did that go?
Well, the show was amazing. We played for the biggest crowd we've ever played for. Mind you, we haven't really played that many shows, but
what was the number again?
I think we've played a total of 4 shows. This will be our 5th tonight.
It's gonna be good.
I've been making music for a long time, but haven't really started taking it seriously until probably just the last year and a half. And being so busy with school was hard to play and whatnot. But we ended up winning the competition for the Scene Unseen contest, and got a place on the main stage as the opener for the event. And it was a little crazy. There's definitely, in the dance scene and in any hip-hop scene, there's definitely a priority when it comes to artists, and whoever's the headliner or whatnot, or the people that follow the headliners, really have the priority when it comes to sound checking. And it's kind of hard to have or to feel like you have an in on anything when you're just kind of winning a competition or coming in on something.
Right.
And so it was a little hectic. We didn't get a sound check. We weren't allowed to get on stage until about 5 minutes before we played. Luckily, me and Zach work really well together, and we have a lot of chemistry in our whole lives.
Yeah.
And so we don't really have trouble communicating when it comes to stress or pressure. And so that was stressful, and the sound was all off, and our mic wasn't working. But the moment the music started, I swear I blacked out, and I can't really remember what happened after that until the show was over. But I remember it being amazing. So
and it's great to hear that passion coming from artists, because it's something that some people get so desensitized to, but it seems as if you still have that even after all the music stuff you've done.
Yeah, definitely, I really do. I feel like I've done a lot of different types of music, been in a lot of different bands, or at least I've tried to, and really find that no matter what I go with music, this is what I kind of want to put a lot of my energy into. And so it's kind of my creation, so I definitely have a lot of passion for it.
Do you think Blouse is going to be it?
I would hope so.
Right.
I think so. I don't really put much time into anything I would call BS or anything, and so I feel pretty confident in my music, and I know that where I was 2 years ago, I've only gotten a lot better, a lot more confident in the way I make it, and 2 years from now, I have no clue where I'm going to be. But if I've developed my music as much as I have in the last 2 years, then 2 years from now, I should be somewhere I'll be happy where I'm at. So
definitely awesome. Well, we're gonna play another song by Blouse.
This song is called "You Stress," to correct.
There you go.
You hear me, girl? Get your hands off of him!
Tech, Magic Mars, Freestyletto, Frisco 510. This is how we walk, fighting this war. I walk with the spirits who guide me, and OG once wisely advised me I gotta live with poise and must avoid the shit storms that comes at me and my boys. We grow organically, naturally, as if it was corn, with these inherited legacies even before we was born. I gotta focus on tomorrow, no time to mourn, 'cause there's a war going on outside. They shoot at me, they shoot at you. Nobody gives up their bullets. What is we finna do? Ball games with sacrificial endings. The gold on our chain showed the war ain't what never you gonna ending. Do? The war ain't never ending. What? I said, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when your back is against the wall? What you gonna do when you ain't got nobody to call? What you gonna do when hate makes its way to your front door and relocates your home? You ain't got no more community, you all alone. Off to do is nomad up north, hope to encounter some purpose. Gotta stop feeling worthless, 'cause dignity in land stands like it was the Louisiana Purchase.
Yeah, freestylero, hashtag, raza shit. Yo, I'm from the jungles like a jaguar who is trapping his meal. Caught you slipping when I'm spitting, I be rapping with skills of ancient philosophers before Socrates and Plato. I enhance my brain so much, man, I need to stay low, 'cause the questions are control, I ain't a gangster pushing yayo. I'm guilty of getting tipsy and asking fucking stay blown and trip off my shamanistic practices. I'll rap the kiss of death till she slash my wrist. Fuck a pacifist, man.
Satisfaction's not always a good one. Soon you'll realize the view on the streets is filling with the fiend. The feeding all the wrong things, hoping to impair our thoughts again. My brain is tired, soaked and convinced that you've been missing me just as I missed you. Darling, with you there's a brighter day. But is it true, or do the days fade away? Satisfaction's not always a good one. Not far behind, but you're running for the next one. Satisfaction's not always a good one. Soon you'll realize.
And that was Satisfaction by Bats in the Belfry. Before that, we had What You Gonna Do, featuring Freestyletto, which is Marcelo Munoz. We actually just covered him on the website. And before that, we had
Eustress by Blouse.
Yeah. And what is eustress? You were talking a bit about it.
So there's negative stress in the body, right? We can't really escape it.
Right.
Every time you bump your toe or whatever, that would be considered stress. And then there's something you like to call positive stress, and that's what we call eustress. And so it's still stress. It's the same type of stress, but it's going to do positive things in your body. So working out would be a good example of eustress. And like I said, I try to incorporate what I know of nursing into my music. And so my philosophy in life is no stress, only eustress.
Oh, there it is. There it is. And it ties directly into that song, too, which is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how does it feel to finally get away from, you know, all the work you have and everything else and spending time working on music?
Man, it really is a breath of fresh air. I feel like, especially this semester, has just been one of the hardest. So much time, so much work, so much energy has been put into studying, and hard midterms, a lot of tests, and a lot of different things being learned, and then trying to work on music whenever I can on the side. And so having finally be able to play another show, and which forces me to spend a lot of energy into my music.
Right.
And so I kind of have to balance the two, but it really does feel like a breath of fresh air where I can kind of escape what I normally do and do what I really love. So it's pretty exciting.
What are your preparations usually for a show? I mean, at least mentally or yourself personally?
I sit in my room by myself and I scream for about 10 to 15 minutes until
And nobody's concerned about that? There's no like calls from the neighbors?
No. Well, that's all a lie. I don't really do that. So my Zach, he really does more of planning of the sets when it comes to live sets, and I've done more of the production, and we've really tried to incorporate both of what we do together. And so this time around, I've really tried to put a lot of energy into setting up the set, and I also spent hours on hours finishing mixing songs and newer songs that I wanted to try to get into this show, just because I know some really close, good friends are going to be able to come out, because it's our first show really in San Francisco we've ever played here in the city. And so a lot of my time for this one was late nights of remixing and finding all the material we wanted to use, Skyping with Zach, because he lives about 2 hours away back home, and so it was just long distance work and nursing here, Blouse there, but yeah.
So, and for those of you who don't know, tonight Blouse will be playing at the Milk Bar.
Yep.
The show starts at what time again?
8.
There we go, 8.
Well, doors open at 8:30 or something. The first artist, Delay Machine, who's a good friend of mine from back home. If you're listening and you're going to try to come make it out, you're going to want to see his set. It's from 9 to 10, and so try not to miss that too.
Definitely. And it's $5 cover, and there's $6 vodka Red Bull, which is pretty good.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and $2 with the USF ID.
USF ID.
All those USFers, head on out.
Really trying to get those USF kids out.
There it is, to Milk Bar on Haight. It's going to be a really good show. I'm actually going to try and make it out, so we'll see how that goes.
I'd like to see you there.
Definitely.
I'll give you a shout out.
Ooh, there it is.
And Corey.
And Corey too, but
who interviewed us. Yeah. The interview on the website.
That's right. Corey interviewed Blouse, and that interview can be found on the website on WeMoveAgainstTheTides.com.
Definitely. So
definitely check that out. It was a great interview.
It was a really good interview. A lot of fun.
And there were some good pictures that they took of you.
Yeah, she's a beautiful writer, and she did a really good job. So
definitely shout out to Corey Schwabman.
While we're doing shout outs, I have to shout out to my mother, because I love her so much.
Of course.
She's definitely our #1 supporter.
Right.
And if anyone follows us, our music online, so much of everything nowadays is on Facebook or what they call SoundCloud, and comments everywhere, and you're able to see who is following who, and you will see my mother's name on almost everything we do. So definitely enjoy that.
So shout out to the mother.
She'll be in the future. She'll definitely be on tour with us.
Definitely.
Making spaghetti or something for the two of us before we go on, and at least that's my dream.
So if the mother's listening, Nathan would like spaghetti on a future tour.
Every show.
Up next, we're going to play some more music for y'all. Up next is going to be Natalie by Eager Eyes off of the album Waterfront.
Look at the red eyes, you know that they're gazing upon her, but she won't give them up. It's some scenario.
and that was Natalie by Eager Eyes off of Waterfront. Up next, before I put on the next song by Fat Opie, I just want to give a big thank you to Jay Trainer, as well as Scott Mickelson and a couple of other folks who were at the Jay Trainer's Fat Opie show this weekend. A couple of writers went and had a great time. So they also want to thank you for the free posters and all the great stuff that great music that they heard over the weekend too. So shout out to all the staff writers who went. So Mia, Sarah, Derek, and Corey, who's in the studio right now, like always. So we're gonna be playing some Fat Opie. The song is called "Crying in Spanish" off of Victor Eva.
They say there was an almighty flood, and it's time to get right with God. And the blood running through my veins ain't clear, but if you listen, you might hear someone somewhere else crying in Spanish. I raised Great Danes in Iowa, and good help was hard to find. They locked the front church door, and the crowd thinned out. You could be sure someone somewhere else crying in Spanish. Well, I filled my plate at the Great Valley Steakhouse. And the people who clear my plates I don't think much about. It's like working in the belly of the whale, but it's better than working in jail where someone somewhere else crying in Spanish. Baby's house, and you weed my garden, and you clean my kitchen, but I'll still let you go. The more you read, the less you look where someone somewhere is crying in Spanish.
Thank you for listening. This is Nathan. I have proceeded to kill both Corey and Victor. This is my show now, Blouse Radio, and I will proceed to play a frequency of just bass for the next hour. Thank you.
and I swear that we are alive and back. It's just a lot of booty to handle. I definitely blame Corey, but it's okay. It's good booty.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, it's good booty. So
my uncle hates this music, and he is a advocate for jazz, and has taught me a lot about jazz in my life, and has proceeded to tell me that because there's no actual drums or guitar in my music, that it's not real music. But just recently, he said he's starting to understand it, and so
he's got unleashed to the booty.
You too, Victor.
Yes.
Someday
I will understand someday.
Understand booty.
I think I'm at that point. I am Victor saying on air that I understand booty.
Oh, that makes me feel so good.
There it is. So we're reaching the last 10 minutes of our show. That went by so quick.
That was the last song I think we're playing tonight, correct?
Yeah, of Blouse.
Yeah, that was called Gonna Be, a newer one as well. So
there it is, and all this stuff will be played tonight at your show.
Yes,
good stuff.
Most definitely, and much more.
Right, it's gonna be a good hour and a half of Blouse music.
That's right.
And vodka Red Bull.
Yes.
So people can definitely enjoy themselves at the Milk Bar tonight.
That's right.
You guys go on at
11:30.
11:30.
It's gonna be a little bit later.
Mm-hmm.
I know tomorrow's Friday, but you're gonna want to stay.
Definitely.
And dance.
Definitely.
And get that Red Bull.
There it is, booty.
Mm-hmm.
So, last question before I play just the last song and stuff. Do you ever get really nervous before you go on and perform?
I don't think it's nervousness. I guess there's this part of excitement that's when you are nervous. That is what nervous is a lot of excitement. But
right.
I think it's excitement. I really feel that, I know that me and my little brother have only played about 4 or 5 shows so far, but I really feel that our energy and our excitement is more than anybody in the crowd, and that's just because we really find ourselves to be at the epitome of what we want to be doing in life.
Right.
And so building up to that is just a pain. It's the most painful experience ever, and it's almost stressful because you're just so excited to finally be able to do what you've been wanting to do for so long. And then it goes by so fast, and then by the end of it, you're bummed out because you can't wait till the next one.
Yeah.
So it's a really roller coaster ride, but I would say I'm more excited than nervous.
Right. So when did you realize that music was what you wanted to do?
Well, my parents I grew up with music my whole life, and so I didn't really have a choice. Right. And so at a young age, I played drums at my father's church for years and years and years, and sort of came out of that at a really young age, playing music with other friends and people and bands, and then dance music really hit home for me at a young age, with artists like Tiesto, of course,
right.
and the rave scenes, and then it developed. And so I think I can't really remember when music hasn't been a pinpoint in my life, and I decided to go into nursing because I've always wanted to do something in the medical field as well, but music's always been there. So
what about music is the thing? What about music keeps you going and keeps you passionate about continuing your career?
I really find that at least throughout my life, through any troubles or even any really, really good experiences, there's always been music to either bring me out of it or pull me into it. And I'm sure everybody in this world would agree to that. You know, there's something really spiritual with music. And I really find something really spiritual with dance music because there's not as much focus on the lyrics as it is the sounds that are speaking to you.
Right.
And although I'm trying to incorporate more vocals and lyrics into my music, that's something really surreal about being able to make it, is I hope that my music speaks to people and in a sort of danceable way. But yeah.
Nice. And any advice to someone trying to get into the scene or trying to start off?
I have always believed in the philosophy that it's better to create something than it is to join somebody else. And there's this huge vibe, especially in this scene, of bringing CDs everywhere you go and being prepared to hand out information about your stuff or business cards. And I've really never had that vibe. Don't get me wrong, I've definitely handed out my music to other artists before, but I really believe in the philosophy of focusing all of your energy on your music alone and not worrying so much about where you're going or even the scene that you're getting into. I mean, there's a huge aspect of meeting people, and if you're not the type of person that's going to know a lot of people or meet a lot of people, then it's going to be really hard to get anywhere, because in this scene, it's all about connections, and it's all about, it's such an underground, part to it, and it's definitely not easy having people listen to it because there's so many people trying to get into the scene and there's so much music out there. But I think that I'm just, taking the first steps of going somewhere really fun and exciting with my music, but that's not even really a concern. It's I've always just been really focused on my music and trying to develop it for me as a person, and that there's nothing more exciting than playing for people. And the more people you play for, and the more people that enjoy your music, that's going to make it more and more exciting. But my advice would be to focus on what's more important, and that'd be the music itself than actually getting anywhere, because I think if it's meant to be, it's going to work itself out no matter what.
Definitely. Well, thank you, Nathan. Is there any future shows that you want to lead people to? Anything you want to?
I don't want to say anything right now. I don't really know. Like I said, school is such a weight in my life that it's hard to have a lot of things planned during the semester. And I know our plan this winter is to play as much as we can when we're not in school. And I've gotten a couple emails just in the last couple of weeks from people that want us to play a couple shows in December. And so before I even say anything, it's not really solidified yet, but
yeah, of course.
Definitely keep an eye out. We'll be playing a lot more this coming months. So
awesome, cool,
and beyond.
Well, just gonna finish off the show with one more song, but next week we'll have Patience in the studios. Most of these bands and more can be found alongside reviews, interviews, and more cool stuff on WeMoveAgainstThetides.com or WMATT.com. My name is Victor Vai, and I'm here with Nathan from Blouse.
I just want to say thank you to my manager, Travis Hayes Bussey. He really knows what he's doing, and he puts in most of the work. And also Shaheen Khorshidin, who does all my art and branding. And without them, probably wouldn't go much of anywhere. So.
And your mother.
And, of course, my mother.
Of course.
And my father and my brother and my family. And you, Victor.
Thank
and
you very
you, Corey.
much, Nathan.
And Matt, or Matt. Sorry, my bad.
It's all good. It happens. And what can people look to kind of get your music and?
We have our Facebook, www.facebook.com/blousebeats, or you can go to our SoundCloud, which is just www.soundcloud.com/blouse. We have one song on iTunes, kind of working right now on getting an album out on my own, and not really maybe choosing a label, but always feel free to email. And so, but go to Facebook. That's probably the first step, or SoundCloud, to listen to most of our music on SoundCloud. So
there it is. We hope that you have a great rest of your evening, and until then, keep moving.
Lipstick drew traces of me to you. Well, if words are so cheap, then our bodies will have to do. After some sips of wine, either your memory was lost or your fingers were crossed this time. Act and dream, make